Hey, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com. Some news today, the Bilt Rewards Mastercard, which is best known as the startup card that allows you to make rent payments with your credit card without any extra fees and earn rewards. It is now being issued by Wells Fargo, and it is now open to anyone that might want to apply, where before it was on a waiting list invite basis. So we are going to take a look at that news, and then we're going to take a little updated review of the Bilt Rewards Mastercard because it has changed since it first rolled out. Before we do any of that, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you've not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So Wells Fargo and Bilt Rewards announcing that Wells Fargo, now the issuing card partner of the Bilt Rewards Mastercard, which is good news for Bilt Rewards because Wells Fargo has a lot more capacity to issue credit cards than Bilt Rewards' previous card issuer, which was Evolve Bank and Trust. So if you go to the Wells Fargo website today, you are going to see that the Bilt Rewards Mastercard is on there as one of the Wells Fargo cards. Now, Wells Fargo did not buy out Bilt Rewards, but they are issuing the card and they're putting it on their website, obviously giving it a lot more exposure. And again, they have the ability to put a lot more cards out there on the market, which is why it can now be opened to everyone. So Wells Fargo has actually been an investor in the card, so they must have seen something they liked here in terms of the results that Bilt was getting in order to make this move to become more involved. Now, when the Bilt Rewards Mastercard first rolled out, it had that very noteworthy distinction of the fact that you could use it to pay rent by credit card, get rewards, and not pay any extra fees, even if your landlord did not accept credit cards or would charge you extra to normally use a credit card on your rent. So this is sort of the, the holy grail for many people that are really into credit card rewards, to be able to pay their rent by credit card and not have any extra fees attached to it. However, the rest of the card at rollout only okay. There was a commitment to spend a certain amount each month with the card in order to be able to pay rent with it. The rewards other than on rent, not so good, but the card has improved, so let's take an updated look. The Bilt Rewards Mastercard is a no annual fee World Elite Mastercard that gives you your rewards using the following formula. You get 3 points per dollar on dining purchases, 2 points per dollar on travel purchases, 1 point per dollar on those rent payments made with your credit card, and then also 1 point per dollar on everything else that you buy with the card. Now you may ask yourself, how can the Bilt Rewards Mastercard do this when no one else does it? And you may ask yourself, how can the Bilt Rewards card give me rewards and not charge me when my landlord themselves would charge me if I were to try to pay by credit card? Well, I am here to tell you that it is true. Bilt has somehow come up with a system, number one, by working with some of the larger corporate landlords out there. So if you rent with one of them, well, then they have already struck some sort of deal there. But even if your landlord is not part of one of these larger corporate landlords, Bilt has created a system where when you pay your rent through the Bilt app, they will send a check or do an ACH payment with your landlord, and you will not pay any extra fees, and you will get those credit card rewards. Now, the mechanics of it, I can't say I completely understand. Perhaps Bilt is just eating some of these charges with the idea that if they get you to use the card on all of the other purchases you make, well, then that will make up for it. Maybe they have negotiated something with Mastercard where they don't pay as much of a fee on those rent payments as normally they would. Maybe they have negotiated something with those larger corporate landlords. I don't understand exactly how they're doing it, but somehow they obviously have figured out a way to eat some of those charges, negotiate things down where it still works out that they can make a profit, if they make a profit. A few other points to make. Number one is the fact that you do have to make a little bit of a commitment to this card in order to get the rewards on your rent payments. You do have to use the card for at least 5 other transactions during your billing cycle in order to get those rewards on the rent payments. You can only get rewards on one place that you are renting, not multiple places. And then finally, you can get rewards up to 50,000 points per year. So for most people, that's a cap that you are going to fall under, because that would mean you would be spending over $4,000 per month. And I think most people's rent is probably less than that. Oh, and of course, I should also mention that there is no new cardholder bonus opportunity, at least not as I make this video. So if you think of that in terms of the equation of getting a new credit card, you're not going to have a bonus opportunity here. All right, now how can you redeem all those points you are earning? Well, probably the most attractive way is to take your points and transfer them into the airline frequent flyer or hotel loyalty programs of one of Bilt's partners, including American Airlines. And as I make this video, I believe Bilt is still the only credit card out there where you can transfer your points straight into American's program. And then you also have one-to-one transfers with United Airlines, with Hawaiian, with Air Canada, with Air France KLM, with Hyatt's hotel program, which is very popular, and there are a few others as well. So some nice travel transfer partners, especially for a startup credit card. Now you can also use your points in other ways. You can use them toward a down payment on a mortgage. You can use your points toward actual rent payments in the future, but I would say that is not a very attractive one because the rate you're getting looks like it is pretty lousy. You're not going to get anywhere near a penny per point if you do that. You can also use your points towards certain fitness programs, including SoulCycle, and then they also have what they call the Bilt collection, which I think of as sort of like artsy housewares and stuff for your home, and there's some other stuff in there too, but that's sort of the easy way to describe it. But again, that travel probably the most interesting. Now there isn't a travel portal where you can go in and just, you know, book straight from that portal like a lot of the other credit card companies have, like American Express and Chase and Capital One, etc. So you don't have that now. I wouldn't be surprised if they come up with that in the future. And then again, there is no just straight cash back with these points. So if that is a deal breaker for you, you're not getting that here, at least not now. And then you do have some other features with this card that are going to be attractive to a lot of people, including things like trip cancellation protection, trip delay protection. You've got some cell phone protection, some car rental protection on here as well. There are some credits toward DoorDash and Lyft. They're kind of modest, but those are in there too. You have no foreign transaction fees, so if you use it outside of the United States, you're not going to get any extra charges. And this is all on a no annual fee card. So overall, pretty nice package. So yeah, it's pretty interesting and pretty impressive what Bilt has done in a fairly short time. A no annual fee card that has somehow figured out that rent equation in terms of giving rewards and making those payments without it obviously killing their bottom line. And then you have some nice travel transfer partners. So if you're somebody that is paying rent, and especially if you like those transfer partners, I could see why this card would be pretty attractive to you. Now, if you own a home and you're paying a mortgage, well then obviously you're not going to appreciate this as much. And then there are not every sort of, you know, redemption option that you might want. But overall, pretty impressive, and I can see why Wells Fargo has wanted to jump in further. They probably believe that they can, you know, get something pretty good out of their investment in this card if it is available more widely. So I would love to hear your thoughts in that comments section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching, and as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. If you don't want to go to that website, watch this video instead.